Welcome, everyone. Thank you for checking us out. Uh, let's see. Tonight we have something kind of special. It's Dark Revelations, played with the creators of the game. Let's see. Just to give you a little bit of background, actually, I'm going to turn it right over for that because I could give you what I know about the game, but since the creators know a heck of a lot more about it, that'll probably work better. But we're joined with Chris C., Jason H., and Joe A. I'm Brad. I've been casting here for a while, so you may have seen me before, but most likely not. And John M., who, if you watched the broadcast with, and the earlier broadcast with the author Chiam Williams, set in her fantasy book that I'm Alice Hill inside.
Alice in Silent Wonderland?
Yes, Alice Hill in Silent Wonderland. Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so a little bit of a rough start. Sorry to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Chrissy now before I fumble anymore.
Thank you, Brad. Well, we are playing a game called Dark Revelations, the role-playing game. Our tagline is the Hodge-apocalypse takes North America the D20 system and makes a diverse world filled with magical rites, modern technology, and bizarre cultures. Our game today will be located in New Beckford, which is on the east side of the ruins of Philadelphia, a town on the frontier of the DPP. Don't know if I can pronounce it right now.
Democratic Peoples of the Potomac.
Thank you, Jay. That's perfect. It's transformed a base of operations during what was known as the Necromantic Wars into a thriving community thanks to trade, mining, farming, scavenging, and the service sector. It has become an open town for trade as a crucial frontier town where fortunes can be gained. Our heroes begin in the employment of one Lorraine Benjamin Rupertson II. The Rupertsons are a prominent family within the DPP. While they technically do not own the town, they wield a prominent position within the town in New Beckford. Unfortunately, all is not well. A prominent member of the family, Princess, has been kidnapped. She is betrothed to Isaac, the favorite son of another prominent family in the area, the Leewoods, and needs to be returned within the week to ensure the arrangement takes place. It is not public knowledge and is requested to keep it quiet. Our story begins once I transfer you over to the right map. One moment, please. It begins in the seat of the crime, where this lovely little doggy here, Ronald, was keeping an eye on the situation here. He is what is known as a Fido, F1D0. Basically, it is a cybernetic organism that was built around dog tissue. It is a cyber dog, with a series of cameras and so forth. Long story short, this will be the base of operation for our gentle adventurers, as they try to discover what happened to Princess. Are there any questions as they do the investigating here? Additionally, some of the members who are magically inclined are taking classes at the Arcane Hall, which is the magical area within the town, filled with all sorts of wacky things, because it's a magical academy. So the heroes are involved in order to try to find this individual, within a 7-day period, and hopefully bring her back safely so that the matrimony may begin.
So we've brought back all the pieces.
Well, generally you want to bring them back in one piece.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you come across me when you guys get there. I'm already there.
So we were just instructed by our employer to troubleshoot this, I guess.
Yeah, basically keep it on the down low. You don't want to say too much to the cops, just to be on the safe side, because, well,
you never know who's dirty.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's embarrassing, let's be honest.
So do we already know each other?
I'm going to use GM arbitration and say yes.
Okay.
How you know each other, that I will leave up to you guys. Generally, you guys like each other at least enough to work with each other. Otherwise, we'll spend 20 minutes arguing with each other, which is always fun. And we'll see where it goes. Our party consists of the following. Baldric, introduce yourselves.
You see a 10-foot tall demon with wings and a tail, wearing patchwork armor.
He also has an ear tag, as he is essentially the pet monster of the family.
Yes. I have a certification tag that allows me to travel as long as I have other people who are relatively human-looking like with me. I'm not allowed to go out on my own.
That is the real reason why Ronald will mostly accompany you. He's the town dog of the family.
I also do not require a leash.
That is
So
probably a
you
good
say.
thing. Okay, well, we'll work our way down the line. Mr. Ransom.
Excellent. So, Rex Ransom, adventurer, trouble seeker, treasure hunter, and soldier of fortune. In the employ of this fine family, formerly of Caledonia, but traveled to this fine area looking to make my fortune among the frontier towns of this new world. Rex is stunning 4 feet 4 inches tall. He has piercing steel blue eyes. His hair is cobalt blue. Unlike many dwarves that you'll see in New Beckford or around this world, he doesn't have the full kind of Gimli beard. Instead, he has a very epic set of mutton chops and a very epic, what some have referred to a porn stash, but generally not to his face.
So a mutton chop.
Mutton chops, exactly. Which he wears quite proudly. And Rex is very obviously, to anyone who has been around, Rex is very obviously a fighting, skilled type. He carries a bag around with him that has a bunch of odds and ends in it. Tends to carry what look like they might be homemade grenades on a bandolier along his chest. Oh, and has for his right hand is wearing a sort of strange steampunk high-tech gauntlet that actually goes partway up the arm as well.
Very well, then. I guess Taiwan would be the next one.
Yes. Taiwan half nose of House Land Party is about 2 feet nothing tall. Has budding wings. Has his hair is well. If you've ever seen Game of Thrones, there's a what we'll call it a coincidental and merely for the purposes of fiction resemblance to a certain dwarf imp on that show, but his nose is not actually like damaged or cut off or anything like that. He is Fey, so it's just like just a really cute tiny nose that hence the name. He's wearing heavy clothes and is carrying a cleaver, which is a two-handed sword for him, strapped to his back with a crossbow, which is just a light crossbow, but still nearly as large as he is. And he has the hair is sort of dirty blonde. And he has a wineskin on him at all times. That's about it.
Ah, yes. Beelzebul. I believe it is your turn.
All right. So I am almost 7 feet tall. 7 feet of throbbing, rocking bull. So I've got a shaggy black mane with long artificial braids in a weave. So, and he doesn't want to hear any jokes about his weave either. So he uses that for headbanging. And when he's playing, sometimes he does the slash look. He has his main braids flopping in his face, so you can't really see him and stuff. So his coloring on the rest of his body, his head, shoulders, and upper torso are black. His lower torso is mottled with black and white spots, and that fades into his hips and legs, which are completely white by the time it gets down to the hooves. And he carries around a rather complicated contraption that it's a horrible fusion of axe and guitar, with all sorts of twiddly knobs and projections, and it makes very strange noises when he powers it on. You would swear that there is something alive inside of it that's squeaking and chirping and making odd noises. And in any case, it's a very strange contraption. But you would know that he plays it's called the plutonium axe, because plutonium is one of the heaviest of metals, and because it has a little chip of plutonium at its heart, helping to power it. So, and in any case, I'm assuming you would know him well enough to know his personality somewhat as well. Fairly laconic, but when he does speak, he generally has something insightful to say. So he's not, although he looks like he's just some kind of big dumb muscle. The three of you would know he is somewhat more than that.
Yep. And this is probably the only party where you're not the tallest person there.
but only by, and it's also a party where I'm not the shortest person. So hey,
well, arranged by height, that's part of its charm.
Yes.
Anywho,
Arranged by height.
Anywho, this is the Arboretum where Princess was kidnapped. This has also been set up as a temporary lodgings for you guys as well, in order for day-to-day affairs. You have 1 week. You can come back here to basically heal up and to regenerate, but you will lose a day in the process. So I would recommend you spend the first day just looking around the site, see what you can find out, and see if you can discover any clues.
Okay.
As well as you can feel free to ask any questions to see if we can get some answers here from associates as well as Ronald.
Okay, well, I guess for starters, did anyone see anything?
As a matter of fact, we did.
So have we met Ronald before?
I'm going to assume that he's hung out around here. He's a large mechanical cyber dog based on a Doberman, but he's actually more of a mutt now. And he doesn't speak, but he definitely can understand you because part of his brain has been enhanced with cybernetics. So he has roughly human intelligence, but he makes sounds in order to do so here.
Excellent.
He's also feeling really sheepish about what happened.
Aw. I go over and, oh, it's okay.
Yeah. His tail wags because he's really not that bad a dog.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, you're a good dog. You're such a good dog.
Okay. Basically, what you're able to determine is Princess was kidnapped earlier that day, about mid-afternoon. She was actually in the Arboretum, but some hooligans must have gotten past the security system and snatched her. There were 2 of them dressed in black and wearing balaclavas, but definitely humanoid. They had brought dogs to scare Princess towards a getaway card. And Fido does have a rough recording of the stuff. So he's going to try to pull up on the projector screen. So he's going to walk into the house, use the walls of projector, just show a rough idea. As you look over the stuff, if you're looking for any particular sights or sounds, you might want to make some rolls, ranging from perception checks, or if you want to look for anything specifically and you have the associated knowledge, go for that as well.
Well, let's take a look here.
I
Let's
guess.
see. Nope.
Ah.
Right.
Yes, I have a disguise skill. I don't know if this is going to help, but I do look. I do look at the two guys wearing masks. Is there anything obvious about them that I would notice? What am I trying to say? Blah. Considering I'm an expert at disguise, I look for distinguishing features that I would notice again when I see them when they're not wearing masks and all black.
That makes sense, but I will need a roll.
Excellent, of course. Rolling.
Oh, definitely.
16.
Two of the guys. Well, there were two individuals. One was kind of lanky. One was kind of pudgy. They were wearing essentially bed sheets with masks in order to actually try to get there to try to disguise their features. However, you notice there's some weird yellow anarchist symbol on their sleeves when they were actually running off. You recognize this as a symbol of a human supremacist group known as Humanity's Heroes that are known for tagging out at Tap the Beer Hall, as well as basically supported by some of the nobs who think that this family is being too progressive when it comes to strange and unusual pets, is the term they often use.
Well, it's good to know that we're up against some real winners.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. Are there any other questions or comments, or want to look anywhere? Or
Melly first.
So I guess what do we see them do? Like when they're abducting her? Do they what?
Well, as far as you can tell, just to get an idea, I'll use Ronald as my go-to. As far as you can tell, Princess was... You don't actually see too much footage of her, which is even stranger. Most of the footage seems to be towards the actual people. But you got two guys, basically, that came out from the right, roughly where Ronald is, with the dogs, and basically chased her over here towards a getaway car.
I don't
on
see
the premises. Along the red road, like that basically splits up the Arboretum area.
Farther down.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
way down there.
Yeah, that's where kind of Baldric is right now. He's sniffing out some tracks.
Okay, can I have a survival check?
I will indeed.
So, no, never mind.
Oh, good.
So I'll just look around the house just to see if I notice anything else that might be of interest or use. I'm guessing that's...
Sorry, Chris, I have like 5 things open here. Hang on.
Yeah.
No problem. It's okay. Yeah, so as you're saying, Brad.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's a perception check, or is there something?
Yeah,
that's-
perception check will work for our purposes here.
Okay. Which I have no particular skill at. So I
Okay,
am
well, you're...
vaguely wise.
Okay.
Vaguely.
Okay, Baldric surprisingly was able to sniff out quite well when it comes to the actual tracking itself.
Oh, Brad did really well too.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Okay, you think that they basically went to some sort of safe house, but it looks like they may have gotten out of town and into the rooms itself properly in order to get in there, which is not a pleasant place to go into the best of times. But however, you do have an idea that there's roughly 4 people and 2 dogs in the vehicle, just based on the tracks, the setup, and so forth. Additionally, you were able to actually find a torn sleeve. Basically got torn in the bushes, where you found a piece of cloth that you might be able to use to identify whoever was on site once you find the person in question.
Excellent.
Does Fido have any tracking abilities, scent tracking?
Yes, actually.
So I guess we'll certainly have him sniff that and add it to the to the database.
Oh, absolutely.
If you smell this person again, and I'll instruct him to give us a particular alarm if he should smell that person again that is not obvious.
Okay.
He'll make a particular noise that we've set of noises. He squeals out shave and a haircut or something. I don't care.
Yeah. He'll probably be subtle and just whine.
Okay. And then I guess, shall we attempt to backtrack where these people went to?
Absolutely. Yeah, the piece of cloth was found by Brad's. Sorry, what's your character's name again? Taiwan was the one that found it due to his perception check, whereas Baldric actually found the route, and he has a pretty good idea that they were all basically jumped in the van and basically got the hell out of Dodge. But at the same time, you sure that you might be able to lean off as far as the stuff's concerned? Like, you gotta, now that you know who you're going off against, you can go directly into the ruins if you want to go search in there. You can go to tap the beer hall. These are just some ideas off the top of my head. See if they actually pull up this in there.
Baldric is really excited at the idea of going to tap the beer hall because he's never been there before. Because he's never had enough people to escort him there.
Yes. This is a new experience for him.
There is now enough people to escort him.
Yes.
The family's kind of just kept him on the grounds as their pet. And he wasn't there the night of the thing because they have him in his little hovel. They lock him up overnight. So anything he can do to...
They sound like a right lot, don't they?
Yeah. Anything he can do to leave the grounds is good. That's why he's moving back and forth. And
this is also the reason why Roland is adjacent to him, just to be on the safe side. Guess who's minding the monster?
And because he's wearing really heavy patchwork armor, that is also his maximum flight speed is at. So he's just really, really slow.
So I think the beer hall is a pretty good place to start. But I think even better would be a brothel. I bet they're at a brothel.
Damn. That's not a bad idea. I just need to know if I have a map. 1 second.
Chris, we could... What's some extra stuff in the bar?
Sure, why not? Let's make it so.
It has been a while since I've been to a brothel.
Yeah, how old are our characters?
Remember, you guys are first level characters.
Baldric is technically underage.
Yes, I certainly am underage.
Not like anybody would know, but that's beside the point. Oh, wait, you have a student ID, Beelzebub. Oh!
Yes. Oh. And I haven't had time to get a fake since I landed in town.
That damn student ID always getting me in trouble.
Okay, then I'm going to round
It can't be that hard to get him a student, to get him a fake ID in this town, could it?
Who's going to take his picture without reporting us to the police? Or mine, for that matter.
Is there even a minimum drinking age?
It is post-apocalypse. I seriously doubt it, but maybe locally,
But we are also in conservative land, so it could actually be higher than our current one. Oh. Or does giant list based on your race because of different racial...
Yes, right. Maturity, different ages.
Maturity levels.
Exactly.
Oh, dwarves aren't allowed in until age 100. Wait, what?
That would absolutely suck. Oh, some human wanker would basically go in there and say, look what I'm drinking!
Yeah.
Yeah, dwarves would not stand for that.
Yes. Okay, then I'm going to round up our people to the next map. This will just take a moment.
Rex is 37, just for record keeping.
Yeah. Wow, he's a young dwarf.
You're very young.
Okay, well now...
Taiwan, if you ask him, he probably says he's millennia old. But
oh yeah,
he only showed up out of the dreaming a few years ago. They found some copies of Game of Crowns, the Game of Crowns on a computer at an establishment called the Land Party, and he just popped up.
Not the weirdest name I've heard for a Phelan ever.
No.
Okay. Well then, you guys managed to go to town here. There's basically a veranda. There's actually inside the bar proper. However, Ronald almost immediately starts whining.
What is it, boy? Is there a problem with your servos?
Is there a problem with your servos?
Did you forget to go before we left, Ronald? I told you.
Are we not patronizing you enough, dog?
Okay, he puts his paws over his nose and he just lies down. Does the dear God, man.
I think he doesn't like the smell of this place. I would agree. It smells kind of human-y.
Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers, what?
Okay.
Guys, we have a slight little problem here.
What's that?
I'm going to have to wait outside. The doors are slightly too small for me.
I say.
They're kind of 5 by 5. I'm kind of 10 by 10. I'll go.
Well,
Are you going to tie me to the tree? Please don't tie me to the tree. Please don't tie me to the tree.
if you crawl in,
Oh, no.
You can probably squeeze through.
Oh, are we going to have to reload the stream, maybe?
I'm going to reload the stream as we're having technical issues, and I'd like all of our players involved.
Brad, what do you think? Reload? Is that going to ruin it for you, or?
No, that should be fine.
Okay, reloading now. 1 moment. Check in.
Okay, we'll see if that helps on his end.
I've got audio.
I'm still hearing, and you're still hearing me, but
Yeah,
I don't
unfortunately
see
that's...
John.
No, I see his wolf picture instead of his face. Oh well, 1 moment. We will now entertain you.
Yes.
Eli.
Ah,
Yay!
Huzzah!
Can you hear
Hey,
us?
John!
Sweet.
All right.
Beelzebul
to
is
be-
back.
This seems to
Yes,
be the best solution.
He was just sort of standing there, kind of staring vacantly into space for a while. It's clear he didn't hear a word any of you said. And when you do finally ask him something, he says, "Huh?"
Nice.
I say, are you lagging again?
Yeah.
Baldrick's pretty sure he heard him humming some ancient rock song while he was doing it.
Yeah, that's guilty.
Mhm.
Sorry, I was thinking about, rock.
Just thinking about rock in general.
Oh yes, definitely.
I've got an uncle who had that problem.
Oh dear. I think it might have meant something else in his case.
It was a different kind of rock, yes. Assiduous sandstone. The boring fellow.
So-
That's terrible.
What I want to know is whether this is due to not wearing earplugs when you should, or from too much of the halfling leaf.
There was some halfling leaf involved, but What?
Huh?
There is now that whenever patrons were entering the place are now giving it a wide berth for some reason.
There's a stoned minotaur standing in the way.
Whoa.
Considering we're trying to go in the back end, but that's okay.
Okay. I'll tell you what, just to speed things up a little bit, somebody make a perception check. I'm kind of curious.
Time went on. Did you want to take that? You seem to be the most perceptive of all of us.
Well, I rolled well, but I'll try again. Yeah, not quite as good.
No. All you know is Ronald is whining.
Is he making the wine?
The wine.
The wine.
Oh.
Well, okay, so I lean down and whisper to him, point him out if you can.
Okay. He's basically pointing over there onto the veranda. It's one of those, it's basically one of those open air places as far as the bar is concerned, but it's got like a small lightweight wall.
Oh,
Well, we will casually walk over there,
yes. Aldrich.
talking amongst ourselves about rock.
Look, here's an area that you don't have to go inside. You can wait on the patio here.
Oh, cool! He flies over the small little fence.
Okay, various customers are now kind of freaking out, including who might be the people in question here.
Well, that was
Okay,
subtle.
you hear the words, "What the hell is that?"
Hi!
But
I'm
we're walking
Baldric.
in, but we're walking in casually, so I'm sure that no one will take notice of our particular group because we don't
I
stand out at all.
casually to rock. Since it is clear that the plan failed, I go with my default plan B, which is to play loud music. So
Okay.
I begin to just pound the guitar while watching what Fido does.
Can I get the ride out Valkyries as I slowly fly 10 feet over the...
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Metal to the nines.
Yes.
Ronald's pointing across to the surprisingly wooden features of 1 and 2, where nobody made a perception check, so I will leave it at that.
Yeah, I am wrapped up in.
So I'm good. Okay, so my concern right now is not so much that they might be in there, but that somebody might try and kill Baldric before we can find out whether they're in there.
This is important.
I start looking for an entrance to the veranda because, damn it, that wall is just high enough to keep me out.
It's like right up your nose.
Is it high enough
Like
to
they
keep
designed
me
it with
out?
me in mind.
Is it high enough to keep me out as well? I guess how high is a low wall?
I think because it's only about chest high wall on a human, so therefore you probably could step over it.
Well, I can't.
Yeah. Pardon?
I'm only like 7 foot. So if it's chest high on a human, it's still.
So basically, you can see it basically goes up to maybe your groin. At this
There's a
point.
little,
Yeah.
there's a little entrance like where the dog is, so you could probably squeeze through that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head for that. Serenading the crowd as I go.
Oh yeah. Well, if you can't be subtle, be loud.
And right, and I'm like, somebody pass the hat. If we can't be subtle, then for money. We are buskers. Get it? We are buskers.
That's clever. Taiwan, you seem to be a trustworthy fellow. Why don't you pass the hat?
Excellent.
Rex says with no trace of irony.
Sure.
Okay.
Dance,
Sure.
Baldric, dance.
Ooh, dance! I do not have performance, but I will try to do it unskilled.
Do it for the Lutz.
Now, is there an armor? Is there an armor check penalty on performance dance? I'm gonna assume yes, right?
I'm gonna say no, just because it'd be funnier that way.
Okay. My roll for this will be woohoo! Natural 20.
Okay. Baldric is used to people staring at him, but not applauding. It feels weird.
I am flying like in a certain movie animated way back in the 30s with like a mouse and a little kind of flying elephant with big ears.
Awesome. Okay, everybody applauds but 1 and 2.
Now that that's
In fact,
taken
the
care of,
crowd
I
is
march
coming
over
out to
there.
watch.
I march over there. They're not applauding, and I am offended.
Absolutely.
And I've forgotten why we're even here. I'm like marching over.
Oh yes.
and
You too.
I march over to try and keep the peace.
Don't you love rock?
Don't you?
Okay.
I say, chaps, it is rather rude.
And I'll just
Okay.
start working the crowd, just saying, that was epic. You know it was. Show the love.
Okay. I don't have a single problem with this. Let me check to see my little rules. I will test it because that was too awesome to not reward.
Yes. The heavy metal minotaur and the dancing demon. This is awesome.
Okay. Roll 1d10. I guess the person who did the performance check.
Yay! What are we rolling for?
How much money you earn from busking?
Loot.
That's sweet.
I
Oh.
want 1 GDP.
Oh.
Actually, make
actually,
that
can I-
6 GBs.
Okay.
Yep, go on.
Actually,
Sorry.
can I make like a, I don't know, diplomacy or manipulate check on to modify how much we make from busking?
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Dude, this is sounding like... No, I'll save it for later.
Save it for later? Okay.
Okay. Well, those are skills that I'm good at, so I'll roll that macro.
When you've got a hammer, find a nail.
Okay. I will say re-roll the 1d10. I will let the Phelan re-roll
Sweet.
because he apparently saved the thing. Because you picked up the coin and said, "Oh boy, 1 G bill!" Okay.
It's the most money I've ever seen.
Okay. So basically, you roll that, add 10 to it, and that'll be how much you made from the experience.
Ooh. So I made 13? Or 11?
Well, you made 11. However, I'm allowing you to re-roll the 1d10 that you rolled because you only got a 1. And
Oh.
see if he's able to, well, re-roll the dice so you make more money.
Ah.
Because
So-
Brad came in with a really nice manipulate check there.
Yes.
Oh!
Nice.
Make that 20 G-bills.
Oh, we are a good team.
Yes. Yay. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Baldric is so happy. He almost has $25. The family gave him like $3 for like adventuring.
Here's $3. Go out and adventure.
He called it an adventure.
And yeah, the patting
So-
on the head kind of gave it away.
So I'm going to do a perception or perhaps disguise check to like, are these two the two people we're looking for?
Make your roll.
Okay.
You know.
Would you like to have deception or disguise?
Well, at this point, you more or less figured out that
Perception,
they're the
sorry.
ones. Now you're looking for evidence.
Ah, yes.
You know,
Let's do
basically,
perception.
yeah.
And I am still distracting them mightily.
Darn
So-
right.
Nice.
We're
Oh,
probably-
Well, dude, a 7-foot minotaur shows up with a guitar and starts busking, and followed by a dancing demon. I don't know
Right.
about you, but I would be distracted there.
Yep. And I would be heading to the nearest ATM to give money.
Yes.
'Cause I'm scared of what would happen if I didn't.
Yes, like it's almost yeah. Okay, well then, that piece of cloth you think matches one of the sleeves of the people, so you think you have a connection here. Now realize that your monsters accusing humans. This might not be the best thing in the world to have a fight right now. However, that being said, you might be able to scare the crap out of them, so that if they attack you, you can claim self-defense.
That sounds like that sounds like a very clever and perhaps bluffy thing to do.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Okay, then. I'm going to start this experience with a skill montage using the morale checks.
Skill montage.
We're going to do a montage. Now, a little bit of background. A montage is a series of skill checks to represent teamwork on crazy and complex tasks. In this case, you're trying to scare the crap out of these people to either have them give up, or at the very least, so that when they attack you, that you're in the right, so to speak.
Mhm.
So, to give you some ideas of the actual skill montage itself, the base CR will be... Base DC will be 10 for purposes of the skill montage. It'll be a moderate one where you need to make 3 skill checks to succeed or 2 will fail the skill montage. The skill checks that are primary are bluff, diplomacy, and manipulation. Other ones that might play as secondary things was on a +5 DC or gunplay and sense motive. However, if you can explain it, I might allow it either as a secondary or primary as part of the narrative. Okay? You will gain experience from this regardless, and if you roll really well, you might be able to loot them before the cops show up. We'll see what happens. Okay. So I guess you guys need to figure out your plan of how you want to scare the crap out of these people, and then we'll see.
Okay, well, I have manipulate, so I guess I will be directly using that to try and intimidate them. And I'll be doing my best to violate their personal space and kind of, without ever touching them except out of sight. Like if I get an opportunity to stomp on one of their toes with a hoof, I will probably take it.
Excellent. Excellent.
So are you going to circle them like a bull?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like scratching at the ground and like going back and forth and just definitely posturing like mad. Like swinging my dreads around or the braids.
And everybody else thinks it's part of the show.
Right.
And I'm
gesturing angrily with my, bladed guitar that makes strange noises and has an unhealthy yellow-green glow coming out of the innards. And just generally trying to either anger or confuse them into lashing out. So
Exactly.
Oh, and two things. What do they look like, and how old was the princess?
Princess was a adolescent, late adolescent, early teenage, early adult at this point.
Okay.
She was known for her beautiful white hair. But really, we don't know. Unfortunately, she's one of these people that was kind of cloistered. So, like a classic Japanese princess waiting to get married. So most public knowledge is mostly rumor. But she was known for her flashing green eyes. Was slender and still very young.
I'm sure they are actually violet. Her eyes.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny.
right. So
and what are what do these two guys look like?
Well, one looks tall, one looks kind of pudgy.
Okay.
Not unlike the ones you saw when they left.
And they are human, right?
They are very human.
They are very human.
And you're noticing that they're carrying weapons they probably shouldn't be. They're only allowed because it's kind of a frontier place, You can see a rabbit gun on one of them, and you can see a machete on the other.
All right.
Okay. Now, does anybody else have anything they want to contribute for their game plan for the skill montage? Because
Sure.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
While the large minotaur is stomping around and using manipulate, I'm going to use bluff to try and convince the humans that they should be very, very scared of this large minotaur, because he certainly looks frightened and crazed. And what kind of person shows up in the middle of a bar and starts playing a guitar? I mean, really?
maybe try and restrain me a little bit, like you don't want an incident like last time when we had to leave town.
Awesome.
I say, Beelzebub, we don't want to have this happen again. Remember what happened last time?
I remember. It was fun. I liked it.
I'm going to need some help restraining him here, lads.
So there's. Oh my god.
I think to the Phelan.
I haven't declared skill montage
declared
yet.
Okay, never mind.
This is just you guys planning for your thing here, so I'll ignore that roll.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, for the skill montages, half the fun of it is describing what you're going to do before you do your roll.
And then how you respond when it either goes well or badly, and what you do differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then anything either Baldric or Taiwan want to add to the experience, because it is a group effort?
Baldric is going to help with the manipulation and kind of go with the the dwarf is trying to hold both him and the Minotaur back, which is amazing. Because you see Baldric, who has gunplay, you see Baldric pull out a revolver.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, "Why don't people like me? I don't understand." He starts doing a crazy, "Why don't you like me" scene.
Good lord.
I don't understand. not my fault. I'm so big. Or have wings and a tail
And a gun.
and a gun.
Okay.
And
Rex is somehow making. Yes, I'm still somehow holding them back because I'm Rex Ransom. But my God, I can't do this forever, folks.
Awesome. Okay.
And Taiwan is just going to try and get them, just enrage them, saying, "Oh, I don't think that Stretch and Lardass are actually going to step up. I mean, look."
Oh yeah.
Ding 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 ding. Pedophiles.
Good cop, rude cop. I like it.
Oh my god.
Well then,
This
Okay.
will be glorious.
win, lose, or draw. It should be entertaining.
Yes.
Okay, seeing as you guys have a specific order, like basically everybody has to go once on the skill montage until it's won or fails or whatever. So I believe John wants to go first. So I
Mhm.
believe you're starting the experience. What skill are you using?
So I'm using my manipulate, which, let's see, where is it? Manipulation. So it's +4, or it's 1 rank and a class skill. So,
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
What-
primary skill, so you need a DC 10, so it shouldn't be too bad.
And what's
Okay.
your charisma modifier, John?
oh, charisma, yes, +0 actually.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just yeah.
We are a couple of good-looking people, John.
Yes, we
We
are.
are gorgeous.
So that was
Okay.
Holy God.
20.
That
Nice.
was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Not only
What?
did you manage to scare the crap out of them and get 2 successes, you did manage to stomp on one of their feet. And you did it so nonchalantly, they noticed the pain before you, but you're already out of the way. It was literally pitch perfect back there.
Excellent.
Okay, we have 2 successes, 0 failures. I believe it is Rex Ransom's turn.
It is indeed. So rolling bluff.
Okay.
21.
Wow,
Not
you guys are
exactly.
good.
We are good.
Wow.
We're leaning
Okay.
into our strengths, is what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay. Seeing as there's not a single failure here, basically, when he gets up, his gun goes off and basically scares the crowd a little bit. He gets petrified, but basically, you're allowed to make essentially a citizen's arrest now because obviously they're disturbing the peace.
All right.
And not only that, but you might want to relieve their weapons and equipment before they go any further. Everybody here gets 100 experience. Well done, everyone.
Yay.
Excellent.
Okay. Actually, hang on. Let's make it official. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'll be like, okay, hand over the guns.
Okay.
Let's just de-escalate.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll put your guns down. We'll be cool. I'll play you some mellow songs.
Excellent.
Chill things
Okay.
out. Just put the guns down.
Yep.
And as soon as the gun's down, of course, I slide them out of the way and then pin them to the wall.
Precisely. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. And
Yeah.
okay, seeing as you made the skill montage, this is just simply semantics at this point. Yeah, everybody gets 100 experience. And for the 2 thugs who are basically carrying crap, I will give you their equipment supplies, seeing as you just very
Spike them.
elegantly disarmed the situation.
Well
Yeah.
done.
That's what I do.
To their underwear! To their underwear!
I will leave that up to your guys' choice. Long story short, you managed to get 2 sets of patchwork armor, 2 rabbit guns with 3 reloads, 2 crowbars, 2 daggers, and 2 standard adventuring kits.
A little slower, Chris.
Sorry, I will start in
Who
slow-mo.
wants to be the party accountant?
Not it.
Yeah. We're all thinking it.
Nope.
Okay.
I
I'll
will
take that
all
one then.
think- Yeah, Joe will be our party accountant unless Brad wants to be.
Rex
Right.
Ransom, party accountant.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who else would you trust to handle, the accounting?
Well, the failing, but the only problem with the failing doing the treasures thing, if we come something really, really big, we might lose the failing into treasure.
I believe his last words were mine.
Punk.
All right.
2 sets patchwork. So I got 2 sets of patchwork armor. I got 2 rabbit guns with 3 reloads.
Well, 6 reloads total, but 3 for each. Okay.
Okay.
2 crowbars.
2 crowbars.
2 daggers.
2 daggers.
And 2 standard adventuring kits.
2 standard adventuring kits.
And you have an additional 222 G-bills that you find among their purses that will mysteriously vanish. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Anyways, the cops show up for the commotion here. I'll let you guys explain their actions and what they found.
So who gets to...
You should probably hide.
He's got diplomacy. Yeah. So you know what? Perhaps it would be best if I took.
Ooh, we'll go hide behind the trees.
Yes, I'll go and use you somewhere out of sight.
Okay, Ronald's running interference.
The dog's running interference for us. Awesome.
The dog is hurting.
Thank God there's somebody with.
And
Some
I'll
brains.
talk to the cops.
Yeah,
Unless
let's be like
unless we're
talking
running away from them entirely, I'd be happy to talk to them.
Totally up to you guys.
No, I think we should. I think you and I together, Taiwan on, should present our case to the police. I mean, we are the most human-looking in the group
Yes.
so far.
In short.
And short, yeah, non-threatening.
Yes.
Oh, so what's the range for my like skill boosting ballad?
Ooh.
Ooh, 100 feet.
100 feet.
You're
So
within
they're
range.
well within range. Okay.
Absolutely.
So when they have the interactions with the police, I will just
Fighting a
happen
skill
to be
soundtrack.
playing my ballad of skill to
I
let
like
it let the energizing waves of rock and roll wash over.
Yes.
So if you guys fail any rolls against them, basically you get to do a re-roll with a +1. Is basically
Nice.
what it does.
Okay. So Ronald's going to run back to the other party members now that he's run interference and let the guys run across the thing. Okay.
Excellent.
Anyways, the cops show up. They're basically looking kind of puzzled here. The crowd is kind of dispersed because firearms were basically there.
Mhm.
And they're talking some jibber jabber about some big cow guy and some big monster being in the area. But maybe
There's
they're
no
just
proof.
Exactly.
Are we
What's all
going
this then?
Are we going to try and play it like we don't know who the monsters are? Or are we going to say they were here? We should probably get our stories straight before we go talk to the cops.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Us dwarves need to stick together.
Yeah, so since this is during prep, I will certainly recommend that we make sure to point out that we're working for this influential family, and
Yeah, good idea.
there will be a lot less lying to the cops than there was just now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, when in doubt, just say you were taking Baldric for a walk.
Right.
It's always the default. Took the
Yeah.
monster for a walk.
Go relieve yourself on that tree.
Oh.
Yeah. So, we were working for. I think that our story should be something along the lines of that we were working for ex-influential family, looking for these kidnappers and possible pedophiles. When
Wow!
We don't know that they aren't.
yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, you get a +2 bonus on that one.
When we came across these two gentlemen matching the description of the kidnappers that we saw on videotape, we approached them. They pulled out weapons. One of them fired. At which point we managed to apprehend them through. How did we apprehend them?
The dog, right?
Oh, okay.
We were tracking
with our
we were
loyal
tracking the
cyber
scent.
dogs. Yes.
Found them, and delayed them until the good officers could get here.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Between us and this brave Fido, we were able to prevent them from doing any harm to the crowd.
Yes.
Awesome.
And the loyal dog used minimum force.
Yes.
That is true. Okay, I now need you guys to make some fun rolls to see how well the police believe you guys.
Is this another montage involving them?
Yes! Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Because mainly, seriously, these things are like addictive.
More.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm just doing my thing with the boosting song, the Ballad of Skill.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
And you declared it before the montage, so basically during the montage, this will let them do a re-roll with a +1.
Yeah.
Without having it as a failure. That's actually I wrote that up as the rule.
Yeah. So in short, you're not going to be involved in the success or failure, but you're going to make sure that our two buddies are succeeding. Which is good.
So it's can only be used once per round. It said in the rules that I cut and pasted that it's a +2 bonus on the reroll.
Oh, it might be a +2. Yeah,
Sorry,
it's probably
it is a
+2
+2.
for school. Sorry.
Okay.
Cool.
No problem.
So
Okay.
basically, I think what it is how does it work? Hang on, let me read it here.
Do we have to make a performance roll or anything?
I think.
Yes.
Okay. So when they make their skill check, if they fail, you can make your performance roll, and if it's higher than the DC, then they get to do a re-roll.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
And for the record, the type of skill montage is called a parlay. Basically, it has a series of things there. Now, there's only 2 cops there, but there is a crowd, so I think I'll keep the same parameters of 3 successes, 2 failures. Depends on what happens here. Modifiers are conditional, social, or tactical. Oddly enough, it's the same primary skills: bluff, diplomacy, and manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
You can use spellcasting to modify rolls, and seeing as they're smart, everything else really doesn't apply. If you succeed, you can basically start social communication, and we'll go from there.
And what's our DC on this, Chris?
DC 10. These are
Really?
gumshoes.
Yeah.
You know, these are the kids they sent out there because they're checking out who got drunk at the bar.
Oh.
You know. Okay.
Well, I'm definitely going with bluff again.
And I'll use diplomacy this time rather than manipulation.
Okay. I think. So who's going first? I believe it is it Rex or is it Taiwan?
Either way, I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. I'll need you to do a little bit of role play. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. You made it by 1. So 1 success. Now, what did you do?
Oh, well, I essentially just say the thing I just said that.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
No worries, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Only
Okay,
just in a higher
so-
pitch.
Exactly.
Only in a higher pitch.
You're squeaky. I understand completely. I can't do voices either. It's all good. Okay, it is Rex's turn.
All right. So, what Rex is going to do is after Tylenol does his talk about like this is what happened and this is everything that's going on. If the police still seem a little bit skeptical, he's going to come in and say, "Oh, hello, boys. Rex Ransom, adventurer, troubleshooter, treasure seeker, and soldier of fortune. This is a bit of a sticky mud flap of the month of Sundays, wouldn't you say?" And he's just going to bombard them with weird.
He pulled out his
Caledonian-
dictionary.
Colorful expressions.
weird, colorful expressions that just. He's going to basically say the same thing, but in such weird, like.
Baffle them with bullshit.
Absolutely.
I like it.
So that if they're disbelieving, at least they will be disbelieving and confused.
Yes. Cross-eyed.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh, God, yes.
Nice.
19.
Oh man.
Okay, 2 successes. Unfortunately, the good people who've done their work have done it well. Unfortunately, this is a group effort, and I believe we either have Baldric's turn. So if you want to do anything right now,
Wait, so far away.
okay, you do have an alternative. And can you guess what that is? Do you want Roland to do something?
Ooh. Yes, I will defer to Roland because I think we're kind of out of this check right now, to be honest with you.
No worries, man.
I could try to give someone an assist. Actually, that's what I will do. I'll give whoever's going next an assist.
That might be the best way to do it. That way it doesn't sound success or failure.
So, Baldrick's going to stand behind the tree and pretend he has psychic powers, which he does not.
Okay. roll basically a d20 and hope for the best.
Or maybe the sun is going down on this particular location. I will fly up and block the sun and make somebody's eyes go weird or something. It's hard to do this from this range with no radio communications.
Yes.
I will use bluff.
Sure.
Or hide.
So we're not going with Roland as the third roll?
That's totally up to you guys, man.
Okay.
I think it's. I mean, Roland. Well, I guess
Roland,
I'm not actually.
Yeah, Roland is there. I am not there, so I think I should defer to Roland.
Okay, he's gonna do the only thing he can do. He's gonna be a cute dog and do cute tricks using his athletics.
Excellent.
And badly. They weren't impressed.
Bad dog.
So does that now? Do we do the epic skill roll re-roll from?
Yes, I can.
Well, that is a failure. So let me.
No. So first, Chris.
Yes, I will wait until it's officially declared.
John gets to do his performance roll against the DC.
That's absolutely right.
So let's see. I only have one rank in performance, but it is a class skill.
Additional +3.
And your charisma modifier.
+0.
Which is 0.
So it's a d20 +4.
Okay, yep.
Oops. Yeah, that's a definite roll.
Nice.
So now roll it. Now Roland gets to do his re-roll with a +2.
Yay! Don't suck.
We'll do this in order.
Yay!
There you go.
So,
The music
Taiwan will
encouraged
say,
him. He got the final success. Therefore, the skill montage was succeeded. Plus 100 experience for everybody. Woo! And the cops basically pick up your thing and they take these guys to the pokey without their equipment.
To the pokey. Is that our official name for it now?
Well, so I'm realizing we've made a terrible error because we can't actually interrogate these guys now.
Yes.
Not without notifying the police about why we're investigating. So.
Oh no!
Taiwan and Rex are congratulating each other. Yes, we did.
Yes.
And Beelzebub basically comes around the tree.
So what did you find out from the guys?
We found out that Roland is a good dog, and he did a great job apprehending those pedophiles.
Yes. Good job, Roland.
Aren't you a good dog?
That's super, but where's Princess?
Exactly what he said.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a tallywhacker, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
What the hell is a tallywhacker?
A tallywhacker is halfway between a gullwhacker and a hullabaloo.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, that explains it.
They're from the Moundlands. You do not want to come across them.
Aye.
They will hurt you.
Oh, yes.
They're well known for taking whackers and tallies.
Aye.
Oh, so they're like census takers.
Yes, if you want to call that your census, sure.
Of the worst sort of census.
Okay.
Well, I guess we need to talk our way into the police station now, and
well, this is okay. This is getting super complicated. Maybe we can draw on the resources of the family at this point, because we've got the guys apprehended. Perhaps they can now throw something at the. Surely they have pull on the police or something.
Oh, absolutely. It'll take a day or two. So if there's anything else you want to do in the short term, now's the chance. If you want, I can take you to the main map if you want to go anywhere.
Well, I was thinking maybe we can try to track them. Backtrack from here to wherever they came from.
Okay.
Really? Because I was thinking we were at a bar.
point. I mean, obviously, after several pints,
Okay.
I mean, we're going to need to discuss this plan thoroughly. Is this also a brothel?
Yes. Now that you said it, yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Excellent.
It's
So
brothel
I mean,
night.
we may need to take a few hours to investigate this locality.
Well, you are the local heroes. You just got rid of some hoodlums.
Some vet file hoodlums.
Yeah. Rings are on the house.
Excellent.
Perhaps one of the workers here knows something about the
Who
situation.
they are.
We need to investigate
So-
thoroughly. Very
We
thoroughly.
should
Very
interrogate
thoroughly.
them
So let's
thoroughly.
drink and talk to everybody and find out what we can find out about this.
Awesome. Okay, roll 1d6. That's like how many hours you spent here.
I will roll. Oops. 6.
It's
Sometime,
dark
why not?
outside.
When you finally find the Minotaur, there's like, it's like a rock album cover. He's surrounded by half-naked women in like chainmail loincloths who are all just like around his hooves, while he's like playing, blasting these riffs out of the built-in amplifier on the plutonium maps.
All the more-
chainmail.
Yes. All the more impressive because that's not their attire before they started.
Oh, I carry it with me in my travel bag. I've got to have stuff for the backup singers.
Oh yeah.
This is a
Okay.
bass guitar, by the way, so it's actually not so good for shredding. It's really more, but he can he can lay down the funk or do some heavy duty dub, whatever.
He's a bass player.
He's a bass player.
Okay.
And when Taiwanon gets back, his face is just glazed. You don't want to know.
I don't want
Exactly.
to get you people high.
That is probably a good thing. Okay. What the hell? Sorry, go on.
At some point, we bring Baldric into the party as well.
Oh, you forgot me
Dude!
behind a tree.
Aw, poor guy!
No, I leashed him to the tree, actually. So he remembers and goes and unleashes him.
He was just assuming that he needed to stay there.
Yeah.
Aw, poor. Saddest David ever.
I'm sorry.
A little demon tear crawls down his face.
Oh.
It's black and kind of fiery.
That would make an awesome album cover right there.
Yes,
He would,
that's
God.
weird.
Oh,
Tear
man.
rolling down the demon's cheek, leaving a trail of flame. Yeah, I think that will be our next album cover.
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
So what instruments do you guys play?
I'm a fair
Whatever
hand on the
fits
whistle.
in my hand.
You should have just seen me. It was amazing.
Why do I get the feeling that we're going to get poor Baldric the frickin' cowbell?
Yeah.
Tambourine, we'll be generous.
Okay.
He's got a tail, so I mean, hey, he can play two at the same time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
Well, you want to be in the band, don't you?
Sure. Do you got something that looks like a gun? I can use guns.
Okay, percussion it is.
Yeah.
So instead of cowbells, I will shoot bullets.
Oh.
That's going to go well.
We'll discuss that later.
What this song needs is more bullets.
More gunshots.
More heavy fire.
Okay, I'm going to do a... What the hell? I'll do another skill montage while we're waiting here. Since you guys spent 6 hours here basically whooping it up.
Mm-hmm.
When talking to people, getting them to let their guard down and open.
Yeah,
up
did
to us.
anybody say anything maybe about, something?
I will make sure to ask questions along the way about
Yes.
the two guys.
Yes, I am actually trying to interrogate some of the patrons and employees here in my revels.
So we can tag team to put together information. Like, I got this bit out of this guy, so you go work him and see if you can find out this angle on that.
Okay.
That's not what I thought you meant when you said tag team.
It is a brothel. I need to watch my language.
Wow.
Crazy.
A Minotaur and a dwarf. I'm just saying that's going to be a little.
Minotaur and a
Whoa,
dwarf into a brothel. It's the start of a joke. It's got a punchline.
It's the start of a joke. Oh, what do you get when you have a Minotaur and waffles?
Oh no.
I don't know.
Scandinavian rock waffles. That made no sense.
It has to be black.
My intelligence is low.
Baldric, you're
Scandinavian
drunk.
black waffles.
I say, Baldric, you seem to have downed a few there.
Oh no, I'm too young to drink. I've just been drinking. Ice cream.
Oh, good lord. Suddenly we have the side
Lots
quest.
of ice cream.
Okay. I'm going to see who actually was there. Okay. Basically, I've had a request for a particular person to be there. I'm going to let the roll decide, okay?
Okay.
Because you guys are adventure... Okay, there we go. I got it figured out. Yay, right bracket. Okay. I'm going to allow you guys to do essentially an information gathering check in order to see if the person actually happens to be in the area or if there's other people that might be interesting. Just taking a look. Roll a D17 because we could actually do this with electronic dice.
D17. I don't think we have the list for this.
I think I could do that. Hang on.
Okay.
There was instructions on how to do that somewhere. Oh, there we go. Four.
Okay. Thanks to a very lucky roll,
Ooh.
a crotchety old dwarf ends up walking into the area, muttering and sputtering at the end of a busy day. This is like an hour 6 of 6.
Oh, I say.
Okay.
Friend, you're going to need to come over here and try some of this ale. It's not as good as our usual, but it's not bad, what?
Okay. Tell me when you've ever seen a dwarf give down free booze.
Exactly. Watcha.
Wanders over there, grumbling the entire time. Looks like he's been hard at work. You recognize him because you know him around town as the person who owns the arms store within the location. Let me find his name just because it'll make things easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basically, the local arms store is called the Magic Bullet Arms and Weapon Shop. The gruff male dwarf is named Thor Slayson, Esquire. And you can tell he's bitching and complaining about something that's been bugging him all day. And if you make a proper diplomacy check, he might even tell you after about... I'll tell you what. No, that's something he'd give you right off the bat. Basically, he's trying to get his heavy weapons license, but City Hall seems to be screwing him around. So, basically, he's trying to see, at this point, it's having trouble getting his, upgrading his merchandise at this point. So, may be useful, may not be. It's hard to say at this point.
Ah.
Baldric, in a rare instance of intelligence, asks him, does this mean we have to go downtown and do paperwork?
If you would help us, that would be very nice. Thank you.
Ooh, City Hall! City Hall! City Hall!
Wait, what?
We get to go to City Hall!
Okay.
It's pretty.
It's not as exciting as you think it is, Baldric.
It's pretty.
Really?
Okay, it's about 8 o'clock at night at this point. You're not going to be able to do it tonight.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
It'll be day 2. I normally say this is the time when you get your hit points back, but nobody really got hurt, so that's not a problem.
Score.
Okay, do you want me to take you to the City Hall map?
So before I will ask the dwarf if he knows anything about these. Did these guys buy guns from him? What kind of guns were they? Rabbit
guns.
Rabbit guns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a 22 long arm.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, so it's the kind I had when I was a kid.
Yep. I don't generally sell to human supremacists, as I do not approve of their actions.
Wait, they're human supremacists?
But you saw that little yellow thing there?
Quiet, Baldur.
Oh,
It's my fault. I was supposed to fill him in on that, but totally forgot.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to arm human supremacists. I mean, that totally makes sense.
Okay.
wait, what?
However, I do know they also spend, I know they sometimes they recruit people outside the flop house. But beyond that, I'll keep my ear open. I'll see what I can find out.
The
Oh,
flop
thank you.
house? What's a flop house? Like, this is Baldric. What's a flop
Oh,
house?
yeah.
That's
It's just a place where people go sleep when they don't have too much money.
Oh, I thought, waffles, because we were talking about waffles earlier.
nice if they serve waffles at the flop house. I mean, that's better than the usual gruel.
Oh, okay. So we have to go home for, until morning, right?
More or less, unless you want to do anything tonight.
Well,
The dwarf gets a glint in his eye. You know that glint. It worries you a great deal.
Are we going to have to pull you away from the tap physically?
I suppose. I mean, it's only. He looks at his watch. It's only. Wait. Damn it! I don't need to know the time on Saturn. Wait.
What are you doing?
he's got a weird digital readout on his gauntlet that's giving times in various places, some of which are not actually in numbers.
Yeah, I want to know how he managed to get cuneiform on a digital interface.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell does a suffusion of yellow mean?
Orange.
Orange. It's only 8 in the night. I mean, we've got a few more hours, don't we?
Oh, well, I'll
Yeah.
stick with you guys, whatever you decide to do.
If we don't really need to do anything till tomorrow, and Baldric, you can carry me home, let's have a couple more.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I could probably carry the dwarf and you home, and perhaps the dog. The only person I cannot carry home is the Minotaur.
Yeah, I should be able to carry myself.
That's good, because I don't want to pick you up with those horns. That's
What's wrong with my horns?
That's,
You have horns, don't you?
that's a safety hazard.
All right. Unless there's something that's interesting happening, I'm going to press the fast forward button.
Yes.
It is now day 2.
Rex tells stories for the next few hours, none of which he expects any of you to believe.
Yeah.
Well, except Baldric, maybe.
Maybe.
Ooh, I believe that one. Really? She did what?
How is that atomically correct?
She grew into a balloon and floated away? Yes. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
And at some point, Taiwanon starts calling Beelzebul the Bulldog and Baldric the Mountain Range, and says, you two shouldn't get along. Just play along.
So we're supposed to hate each other?
Okay.
Yeah.
Or your little psychodrama thing?
Yes. That would be good.
We start doing cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Wait a second.
We wake up.
You want me to dress like what?
We wake up in the morning with all these weird costumes. I was like, "Oh my god, we did cosplay last night."
This Sailor Moon outfit is
I I mean, look, I'm not asking you to burn half your face off, so it's not a big deal.
See? He's quite generous.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. It is now the next day. You are probably, I don't know, everybody make a fortitude check, DC 10. That will determine your degree of inebriation. I'm not worried about Baldric. He probably was a teetotaler on top of everything else.
I will.
Okay, so
18.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, don't. No, yeah, you're a dwarf. It's fine.
Yeah, you get your bonuses to poison if you're a dwarf for obvious reasons. Yeah, nobody's sloshed.
Hey,
Oh, hell no.
yeah.
John M. spent up the entire night and it didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, I was working hard, but I guess rocking that hard uses up a lot of burns the alcohol out of your system.
Oh, yeah.
I guess so.
Dude,
we're
you're
good.
the rock of the group.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Somehow my stories seem more epic when you're playing in the background. It's awesome.
It's strange how that works.
Yeah.
And apparently, I'm a skilled alcoholic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Some people who saw us during like the epic time last night are looking at us this morning and we're like, hey, how's it going?
Exactly.
No, we're fine. You don't
Okay.
look so good.
You should all be unconscious and bleeding from every orifice by this point.
And of course,
Remind me
one
to
looks
tell-
at... Sorry. Go on.
Remind me to tell you the time that I and 100 dwarves did shots. That was a fun night.
I wish I'd been there.
Well.
Okay. We are now based in Town Hall. It's a building that's loosely based on Liberty Hall and other historical structures in the ruins of Philadelphia. It is extremely sturdy and built out of masonry and marble. Well, it's a huge building that's over 700 people. The majority of it is unused as it's still officially and constantly under construction. So this is where the paper gets pushed. This is also where stuff can be, where you can go down to Town Hall. At this point, you might want to be thinking about how the hell you're going to be able to get a license for a dwarf.
Would this be an okay moment for a bio break?
I think that's a good idea.
Yes. Excellent
Okay.
idea.
In fact, I like this idea. I'll say back in about 5.
Okay.
I'll take one as well. Be right back.
I am going to continue to try to do a character transfer sheet. So, John, what I'm doing right now is I'll try to get this done before the end of the night. If not, I'll just post it of what I have filled out so far.
Were you talking to me? I had my headphones out.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I just saw. Yeah, I suddenly saw the green.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, what I'm doing right now is if I don't finish it by the end of the night, I'll just post it for you to grab anyways.
No rush.
I'm doing, again, this is just me fighting with formats and stuff. I'm going to do it in, how does a doc sound, like a Word doc?
A Word doc is okay. I use OpenOffice, though, not MS Word.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, back.
Like I'm-
Maybe do RTF.
No, unfortunately, because if I do RTF, it'll lose all the charts. They'll go away.
Boo.
Right.
That's a good reason.
Because this is the thing. If it's not working in his Adobe, then it's almost useless doing a secondary Adobe. I'm
Yeah.
looking what happened to your sheet. I'm trying to figure out.
I think it got chewed up when I opened it and saved it in
I was,
the other program, the preview.
yeah, I was like these E's and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
did
there's all sorts of
those
weird
come
stuff.
from? There's so much weird stuff
Mhm.
going on here. It's so bizarre,
Yeah.
right?
Who knows? Maybe my file got corrupted or something.
Yeah, maybe. It's really weird, man. Very, very strange. Well, I have access and I've saved yours if you don't mind.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
I'm back. Did I miss any exciting paperwork?
They
Yes,
haven't started yet.
I'm actually doing paperwork OCC right now, so
I am eating sweet, sweet Halloween candy.
Yay!
Excellent.
It's sort of like you have turkey leftovers for dinner for 3 days after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna eat candy for dinner for 3 days after Halloween.
Excellent.
or one day.
Tonight, at the very least.
Yeah, tonight at the very least.
Gotta stay awake somehow. It's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So, do we want to split up any of this gear?
I could probably use one of those adventuring kits.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. Ty, did you end up purchasing an adventure kit, or do you have one?
I'm sorry?
I don't think he's back to his desk yet.
Okay, probably not. Okay.
Okay, well, he's got time. Dude, I called a break. It's all good.
Yep.
We'll just sit here and make idle chit-chats, and then you guys can decide what you want to do from there.
Yeah, I wish I
John?
could use one of those rabbit guns.
Mm.
You can try it -4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only person who's actually proficient is Baldric of all people.
Yeah, that would be me. I'm the combatant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, John. So I'll hand you over one of those adventuring kits. That's yours. I'll
Sweet.
take that off. Yeah.
Yay.
Take that off my sheet. Brad, are you back?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Did you want one of the other standard adventuring kit?
I think I have one. I mean,
Okay.
let me see.
Yeah, that might overload him.
Yeah, you might want to go to the
I
big...
carried the
Yeah.
second one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're pretty heavy.
Okay, so the kit I got included a backpack, a utility belt, a half-gallon canteen, a lighter, a mess kit, rations, a sleeping bag, and a pocket watch. So, is there anything else in the adventuring kit that that didn't cover?
Checking. One moment.
Should there be a tinderbox or something?
Lighter,
Yeah.
Lighter.
Lighter. There we go.
lighter, or matches.
Mm-hmm.
Your standard
so
20 feet
high-tech.
of rope.
Yeah.
I didn't hear a
Is there a
sleeping
10-foot
bag.
pole?
Right. Your 10-foot pole. Exactly.
Duh.
You did mention sleeping bag.
Okay. Did you? There's one bandage.
Flashlight, which is useful.
Well, for the one guy who doesn't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Not
We prefer the term visually challenged.
we are not rubbing that in.
So when we need
well,
to be
yeah, I don't
stealthy,
have
we'll
dark vision. I do have low light, so
That's okay. That's
Maybe.
okay. We won't go anywhere too dark.
Probably.
Well, I'll just grab the lighter, and that should be enough for the low light to kick in, and I'll I have a way of producing flame.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, I also see that the kit already comes with a scroll, first level. That's gonna be sleep.
It's gonna be sleep.
Oh yeah.
Because why not?
Oh, because at first level it is just monstrously good, and then
Yep.
later it becomes useless. But yeah, first level, holy crap!
We tried to actually do a little bit of scaling with it, so it actually add hit dice as you leveled up.
Hmm.
So we kind of changed it a little bit
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Take a look.
Okay.
compared to original, which becomes frankly useless.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's broken and then becomes useless after about 4 levels. It's one of those weird spells. Okay, are we all back?
I'm here.
Okay, then you're in front of City Hall. It is a glorious morning. You can see all the pencil pushers coming into office. Again, it's a pretty empty parking lot compared to how much it could take as far as people is concerned. But you also know a lot of the bureaucracy and the proper paperwork needs to be filled out here at City Hall. It is a beautiful brick building that's based loosely on old 17th century design that's been remade by people who have absolutely no idea what 17th century design looks like.
So out of curiosity, when we went back to our employers and to look into what they were doing. Oh, well, okay, that's what we've been waiting for. So,
Precisely.
Okay.
Like, you have let your employers know they're working on stuff. They might be able to get some information through their means, but it might take a day or two.
We figured that would be better than us going up to the police station and saying, "Hey, can we talk to those guys you arrested?"
Yes, let me talk to the prisoners or I will rock you.
That's not an arrestable offense at all.
Yeah.
Is it?
Shades of Johnny Cash.
Yes.
Rocking is not an arrestable offense.
Yeah. Rocking is not a crime.
Nice.
Or getting T-shirts.
Yep.
Merch is not a crime.
Wow. Okay, so you're at the front door of the lobby, and you see various signs that lead off to different departments and so forth. And I guess you're trying to get a heavy weapons license here, so we'll see how
Yes.
that goes. So
Rex.
how do you guys wish to get the license? Is there any special skills you want to try to get? Does anybody here...
cracks
Sorry, go on.
Rex cracks his knuckles and his neck and is like, "Right, let's do this."
Okay. Does anybody have knowledge bureaucracy?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna take that, but
I understand. Okay, roll 1d4.
I have sense motive.
Oh, sure. Okay. Are we doing another skill montage, or do you want to do this a little differently?
I love skill montages, but what's the other option?
Yeah.
The other option is Baldric's like, ooh, I got gunplay. I know about guns. I will justify that as a secondary skill because he knows lots about guns, and he knows that Master had to get a license so Baldric could shoot things in the backyard.
That actually.
well, right, you've just been around it, quietly soaking up all of the, ins and outs of the intricate machinations of your employer or your owners, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
If this were Burning Wheel, you could fork it in, but you would fail the roll because it would be impossible.
Absolutely. What I was suggesting as an alternative instead of a skill montage is if you can find somebody who needs something, who works on the paper pushing, who can do the bureaucracy work for you.
Oh. Who's the loneliest looking clerk?
There is a lady there who, in her mid-40s, she has a label that says Madyson. She looks like she hates her job.
Baldric puts his tail on Rex's shoulder and goes, "You know what to do."
Rex smooths out the mustache and the beard. Indeed. What is your? Sorry, what's your tag again?
I spelt the name in the chat.
Okay. Madison. Good morning, Madison. My name's Rex Ransom. That's an unusual spelling of your name you have there.
It's American.
Is it? That's fascinating. I'm actually not from here, as you can probably tell by my accent. Traveled in from Caledonia. Actually, I need a little bit of help with something.
Yeah? What do you want?
Well, actually, now, I'm trying to think of a good bluff.
You need to figure out what she needs.
Indeed.
Maybe somebody should make a
Okay, you
perception
guys,
check.
be quiet.
Somebody should. Okay, well, I can actually make a perception check.
I've been looking for someone to give $1 million, but first I need this license.
First, I need this license. 22 on a perception roll. These are hot.
She has a picture of what you think is her kid playing with a tricycle.
Oh, that's interesting. Is that your little one?
It is indeed.
I've only traveled a little bit around town here. There aren't a lot of parks that I can see, other than the one outside, of course, the Apple Cherry Blossom Park.
There's a story behind that.
Is there?
My little tyke, she lost her tricycle
Oh no!
about a couple of days ago, and she's been nothing but sad about it.
Oh, that's horrible! Isn't that heartbreaking? Oh. Well, do you know where she lost it?
I think she lost it in the fields out back. And we looked all over, but we could not find it.
Well, you know, my name is Rex Ransom, and as well as being a charming individual, as I do say so myself, I'm also a procurer of lost items. I could perhaps take a look for you. I say, smiling.
You know, because you have such an obscene charisma, she's very happy with you if you can manage to pull it off.
Yes. Now, I am going to take a look. Before I do, though, I should let you know I do have another reason for being here besides helping you find your little tyke's tricycle. I am trying to arrange to undo an injustice done to one of my fellow dwarves here in town, actually.
Oh?
Yes. Great fellow. I've been dealing with him a little bit while I came here. It's nice, you know, I've come here from Caledonia. I'm used to just being among dwarves, so walking among so many races, I mean, it's bracing, but it's lonely sometimes, you know?
I see.
Yes. Anyway.
She thinks you're coming on to her.
She's right. It's what works for Rex. Anyway, yes, apparently he's been trying to apply for some kind of licensing for selling a certain kind of weapon. I'm afraid I don't. And my weakness. I have two weaknesses. One, of course, is beautiful women, and the other is paperwork. I've never been very good at it. I was hoping to get some help trying to just understand what is it he needs to do to get said license.
If you find the triangle, I will help you.
Huh. We have an accord then. I shall be back. And I walk out.
Absolutely. To accord, because honestly, Beelzebul usually ends up leaving a soundtrack for poor Rex.
Right, lads, we've got to find a tricycle.
Tricycle.
Wait,
Seriously?
so
Yes.
you talked her into having us do a favor for her to do her job? Is that... Am I understanding this right, or maybe not?
No. If she was to do her job, we wouldn't be getting that. That license until sometime in the next century. What I've talked her into doing is doing us a favor.
All right.
Ew.
She wants a tricycle.
Yes. The little tyke had one. Now, she thought she lost it somewhere in the field. That would start there.
All
Otherwise, we
right.
could probably just find a tricycle. I mean, it can't be that hard to find.
Could we just buy a new one?
We could do that too.
Who has money?
Oh well.
We
got-
do.
I got
Well,
$20.
Speaking of which, Chris,
I guess we'll have to look in the field.
Let's go look for it.
are
I'm
we?
gonna go look at the fountain because maybe I drowned.
Okay. Our
No,
mighty
I do.
adventurers search high and low across Apple Cherry Blossom Park.
I checked the north wing, or I checked the field out back of the north wing.
Sweet.
Or wait, so when she said the field out back, did she mean the park, or did she mean this area back here?
I'll tell you what, make a survival check. I guess that would be Baldric.
That would be bold.
Actually, I noticed our friend the Minotaur has it too.
I'll also have it. Yes.
Excellent.
Go for it. You're
Uh,
looking for tricycle tracks.
Okay.
Worst adventure ever.
Oh, I think you mean the best.
Let's see. What is survival based on anyway? Int.
It is wisdom based.
Wisdom. Okay. Gotcha. So. Plus. Not bad.
Nice roll, John.
Okay, despite being the least enthusiastic about finding it, he walks into the middle of the field. He looks down. It basically fell behind a hill. It's just been spilled. It's in relatively good repair. It's just, kids and their toys. You found a small red tricycle.
All right. I pick it up, and as I'm walking back to the others, I'm contemplating ways it could be incorporated into the plutonium axe.
Duh.
Of course.
Of course.
Perhaps
says,
it can be-
while you're
perhaps-
thinking about that, can I see it?
You want the tricycle? I don't know.
Just for a moment.
It's kind of precious to me now. Here. Go.
No one has a camera. We must film a Phelan on a tricycle.
So, if you hand it to me,
Yes, I do.
okay, I ride off with it immediately.
It has a little bell.
Ting, ting.
I just stand there looking after you.
Yeah, that's probably a good time for us to run up. I say, did you find it?
Yeah, the Phelan took off with it.
It has been stolen, I say.
Tie one on. Where are you going?
Wait.
I'll head back to the
Oh, you're gonna
clock
ride it.
tower of freedom. In a fairly straightforward fashion, but I definitely want to have the experience of
Riding
going
it,
more
yeah.
than my modest 20 feet per turn for a little while at least.
I just see you pedaling furiously with your head thrown back, cackling.
We should probably make sure he doesn't run away with that.
I don't think it's too hard to find him on it, honestly.
True.
It's going to be the only thing in the Western Hemisphere that looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta
Yes.
be.
Okay. Follow.
Okay, so when we meet back up,
That was awesome.
I say, now, when we return with the bicycle, or the tricycle, let me do the talking. Is that okay?
Okay.
Alrighty.
Are we sure about that?
Okay.
Okay.
It'll be
We'll
fine.
give that a shot. Yeah. I'll need to go in with you because she knows me.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, and of course we're gonna wait outside. I'll mind Baldric.
I don't want to go in there. This is going to get weird.
My sentiments exactly.
Yeah.
Well said, Baldric.
Okay. A Phelan on a tricycle and a dwarf walk into the city hall. There are many double takes as you head towards the lovely Madison.
I tip my hat to many of the people that are staring at this.
Yeah.
I ring the bell again.
Ding, ding. Okay, Madison looks up and is overjoyed to find the tricycle. Oh, you found it!
Yes.
Thank you!
Yes, you did. And may I just say, it is a fine example of its kind. We would
It is?
Yeah. So, if I understand correctly, you wanted to trade this here tricycle for assistance in getting this paperwork filed correctly.
I will give you a moment. She goes behind, the legislator arm for about 20 minutes, comes back with the right form, signed, sealed, in Notary Republic, and puts it in front of you guys.
Excellent.
Okay, can I get the tricycle, please?
Well, of course. But first, so what's the next step with this? I mean, do we just file it at a different office, or how do we proceed?
Oh, it's already been filed. This is a duplicate copy that needs to go to the owner of the thing in question. I believe it was for Thor.
Okay.
Yes,
so
indeed.
it's already. You say it's already been processed. Is it like sort of call it a ring pass knot? You like you put something in the mail and you can't get it back. It's filed, right?
Precisely. It's basically, this is the temporary voucher. It'll be in the mail within 2 weeks, but at least this way I'll be able to start it shortly.
Excellent.
And it's been sent in triplicate. We have one copy on file. Paperwork, people!
Oh my god. Do we get a
So
key for
I'm starting
yeah.
to worry. It's been so long. I'm starting to consider going inside looking for them to figure out what's
Okay.
going on.
Okay, so about half an hour, a Minotaur comes in and people are kind of worried.
So
You look
sorry.
Very
around.
polite while I'm there. Yeah.
What was the end of that conversation? Sorry, I started laughing because I thought I knew where the conversation was going.
Oh, so
Time.
yeah. So,
I wanted to know where it was going.
Yeah. Once I confirmed that the paperwork was filed and everything was done, I'm gonna ride back out. So I'll
So
Yeah.
You stole the tricycle.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to do stats for a tricycle. We're gonna do stats for a tricycle. How did
no.
this get on our go-do list?
No, just a bike reskinned. Done. However, there is a problem. You think there's a good chance you'll end up putting a cease and desist on the actual paperwork if you do not return the tricycle. Sorry, guys.
I think you're gonna have to return that because if you reports it to the cops, we do not want to get killed over a tricycle.
Taiwan, I promise we will find you another tricycle. In fact, I will then soup that tricycle up so it's even better than the one you're on right now.
All help.
All right. I'll hold you to that. But
Absolutely.
I will give you the most rocking bell any tricycle has ever had.
Oh
That's
yeah.
amazing.
History.
okay, you have a deal. So
Okay.
I'll ride back to her and just kidding. Here.
I'm sorry. He's like this sometimes.
And for some reason, I'm surprised the Queen joke did not happen. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to switch these people over to the... if it'll let me. One sec.
We have to start making plans for a Faustian mechanic tricycle now.
Yeah. Yes. For junior savant. Kind of Faustian mechanic.
Okay. Anyways, our heroes end up at Thor's place about an hour later. At the Magic Bullet shopping entrance, you'll notice that to the right of it, there's a rather large outhouse.
I don't want to.
And, yeah.
Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna go mess that place up.
Okay. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that you enter, unless there's anything else you want to do first.
We do have these weapons and armor we don't really need. Does anyone mind if I take one of the crowbars?
No, go
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. They're very useful.
Crowbars are totally metal, man.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Just checking.
Okay. Anyways, you enter the place. Do you guys present him with the thing? Or do you want to look around first? Or are you still talking about the tricycle? I don't know. Okay.
No, I'm happy with the promises of a new souped up one.
Do better, tricycle. Well, as a fellow dwarf, I think I'll be the one to handle the paperwork.
Oh, that's understandable. Anyways, his grumpiness goes relatively happy. Well, happy by dwarf standards anyway. Okay. On a happy note, you're now allowed to sell weapons armor at cost, and by next week he should have his heavy arms item official. You know, his order has. He started his orders already in order to get things underway.
Excellent.
So yeah, he's pretty pleased actually. Additionally,
Glad we could help out.
yep.
Now, does he have any information about where were we going? Do we have to go to the ruins, right? The ruins.
Yeah, mostly you have to go into the ruins here. He does have a basic map of the ruins. It's not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but it'll definitely at least get you the basic places around.
Yeah.
And it shows you a couple of choke points that are within a day's travel, which is probably about as far as they were able to go before they came back to the bar.
Excellent.
So, just a couple of ideas of locations here. Actually, could somebody roll a d6 for me?
Woohoo!
6.
Thank
Although
you.
I thought that the whole point of this was to avoid going to the ruins. Because if we go, one of you is getting grayscale.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That went overboard.
oh sorry.
I'm trying to get Dragon Age joke.
Grayscale? Like, we're going to become black and white? Or
Well, you already are.
So, in
I
in Game of Thrones, there, I guess it's in the TV show as well as the books.
no, Jason
Game
knows
of
what
Crowns.
Oh,
Game of Crowns.
Yes, Game of
in
Thrones.
Game of Crowns.
Well, you know, there's some. Basically, they only found a partial copy of Game of Thrones, so things get translated over time.
Baldrick's assuming that, you just go black and white. That's the only videos he's ever been allowed to watch, so. It's black and white, like, security tapes.
Poor Baldrick.
Yeah, somebody found something from YouTube, and it was not very good.
Okay. So, do you guys want to do shuffling, or do you have some plans here? You now have a map of the basic ruins of a couple of the locations here, where you think it's not a perfect map, but it'll give you some ideas of certain checkpoints that you'll be able to pass there. Now, realize that the ruins aren't exactly the friendliest place in the world. It's the adventuring area.
Yeah.
There's a good chance you'll get into a couple of fights here, but I think you guys are now relatively good equipped. So I'll leave it up to you guys where you want to go.
We have...
I think I'll go ahead and trade out my. Well, I don't know. The cleaver is kind of cooler than the crowbar. I'll stay with the cleaver. Never mind.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah, I like the cleaver.
Yeah, leave it.
The creeper is awesome.
Baldrick puts up his hand. We have a slight problem if I get injured.
Ah.
We have medical stuff. And do we have anybody who can do boo-boos?
The dog barks.
The dog is our medic.
Should we get extra stuff? Maybe?
It's not a bad idea. Certainly, if nothing else, we should make sure that we're equipped with food.
Ooh, yeah, food might be a good idea too. Although, me and Minotaur can go scrounge for some stuff.
Yeah, I can scrounge.
But
There you
food
go.
might be a good idea.
It's good to have backup just in case.
Oh, am I the only one with a ranged weapon?
Nope.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
Rex has a pistol, although I think I might upgrade it.
I've got a crossbow.
Oh,
Ah!
good. Maybe we should get. Do you have like extra load? Like extra, like arrow thingies?
I've got
The little arrows.
Yeah, I've got 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That should do us then.
It occurs to me that I don't have extra booze. And
Extra what?
booze. I mean, we could be out in the field for a while.
That's a
And
good
Balder
point.
can carry it for me.
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Thor!
Then we're agreed.
Yeah.
Thor, by any chance, do you have any dwarven trail rations?
Well, I'll see what I have. I don't generally spend a lot of time in there. You might be better off going to the general store to pick it up, but yeah, I got a few things here.
No. Dwarven trail rations.
Oh, you want something a little more medicinal, do ya?
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
Okay. Goes behind, pulls out a black bottle.
Ooh.
Seems to be foaming a little bit.
Oh. That's.
It's got dwarven runes on it, which you could say any number of things. Who
This
here
end
reads
up.
and writes dwarvish?
Me.
Absolutely. You recognize the label to be Angry Dwarven Ale.
Angry Dwarven, nickname Rabies.
I like it. Make it so.
Excellent. We'll definitely need a few bottles of that.
It'll cost 20 credits, man. I'm not giving up my only bottle. Not a price.
Fair enough. Is it your only bottle? Because if it's your only bottle, no, then you keep it.
Well, I got another one, but that's okay.
Okay.
Just because we're friends.
Excellent.
That's such a dwarf thing. It's my only bottle. Well, you know.
Absolutely.
We do have some money. We do have some items to trade in. So, does anybody want to get some slightly better armor, some slightly better weapons?
Armor without the minus. Well, how much money do we have? And if he's willing to buy my patchwork as is, that would be great.
Do you have much call for a large demon-sized patchwork armor there?
It might take a couple of days to fit him up. I need to take his measurements. Get the large stepladder.
Get a large step ladder.
Okay, he pulls out basically tape measure.
How much would this cost?
Hold this.
Oh, boy, that'd be expensive. No, not that much.
Okay, well, for what it's worth, he has your measurements on site, Baldric, so he can probably build something up there.
Once we get a lot of money, I think we'll have to come back.
Yeah, but he didn't realize he had to put something in for wingspan, but that's okay.
Yeah, you gotta cut holes.
So we're selling to him at cost, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a second here. Patchwork.
Okay, I know how much my patchwork cost. My patchwork cost me 100.
Yeah, it's doubled for you because you're large size.
Yep.
Weapons. Crowbar.
But I don't want to get rid of it unless I can upgrade to something really, really good. So let's not put that on the docket.
Yeah, fair enough. What I'm doing actually is just going through the stuff that we took from Buddies in the Bar and seeing how much that will net us.
And maybe a a scroll of cause critical wounds for our magic users to use on me.
Cause light wounds most likely, but yes.
Yeah.
Cause light
Okay.
wounds. Sorry,
Yeah, you might have to go to the Arcane Guild to pick that up.
that's true.
Uh,
Oh wait, medical supplies. We need medical supplies.
mhm.
Even this regular stuff would be fine.
Yeah. Well, Ronald's got a first aid kit, but other than that,
But he has the skill to use it, right?
absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll buy maybe one or two. Now that we can afford them.
And how much would extra rations and extra booze be?
Well,
Let's double check.
Let's get the official numbers.
Equipment.
So
And,
I'm
and how
opening.
do food points work?
Oh,
I
trail
just
rations for what? Sorry, go on.
just wanted to let you know I may fuzz out for a second again. I'm opening Open Office right now.
I understand.
Carry on.
Let me know if that works for you, John. If it doesn't, we'll figure something out.
It's looking promising, but yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Thank you.
You had to
Okay.
do your own calculations.
So for the
Okay.
stuff that we're selling, it's going to be about 446 GBs.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Plus we have 22 GBs in loose change,
Cool.
and the 1 GB that. I
Yeah,
don't know if
he
you guys
got the one. He got the 1 GB from
Yeah.
that one busking experience.
I'll pop that in with my extra 3 I had. So add 4.
Okay.
He's helping.
He's helping.
Okay. As for trail rations, it costs 10 GB for 1 food point, weighs about 2 pounds, size small. My guess is since Baldric usually isn't that heavily equipped, and he's strong like Borscht, plus he's huge, he's probably going to act as your pack animal in there.
So basically how the food points work, and like Chris said before, we might not worry about them too much for a first out adventure.
Yeah.
Is you consume a number of food points depending on how many days you go out. It's basically just a way to measure it unless you want to get pedantic.
Yeah.
So basically for each food point we have, like say for a single trail ration, the failing, because they're small sized, can survive 2 days per trail ration. So for each day of trail ration you have, you can actually survive 2. Does that kind of make sense, Brad?
Sure.
And for me, I got to consume 2 per day because I'm large size. So I will be eating all your nuts and berries. But this is why I have survival, so I can go scrounging on my own.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Do we have an idea how long we think this will take?
Well, we got a maximum of 7 days.
6 days. It's already day 2.
For
6 days
6
now.
days. Figure 2 days in, 2 days out. So go for 5 days of rations for yourself, which is kind of like 3 for you, and you're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick with that for now. That'll be fine.
Yeah. So out of the kitty, I'm spending, I guess, 20 on food and another another 20 on booze.
Another 20 on booze. That's
Sounds
fine.
good.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
I will happily contribute the angry dwarven ale. Here, try that. You'll never go back after trying that stuff.
I'm gonna learn Dwarven.
If he starts speaking Dwarven, it is your fault.
Of course it is.
So,
Okay.
buy an extra. Boy, see, this is where it's going to get a little bit expensive because we need enough for the whole party, right?
You might be able to get supplies at home if you're prepared to go into the ruins. That
Yeah.
way you can save yourself some money.
Good point.
Yes.
We can raid their kitchen.
Precisely.
We are going to rescue your daughter after all. I think a sandwich would be a small price to pay.
Which is a fault.
Oh, good lord. And the thing is, I think Baldric has done this before. I'm sure they showed up like 3 in the morning and there's this demon opening the fridge, grabbing like a freaking sub.
What?
Ah.
And of course he looks him right in the eye and goes, shh.
The mayonnaise is just starting to turn. It's perfect.
Ew.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Joe, that's awful.
Delicious and deadly.
Kind of awful.
Okay.
Wow.
So last check. Did anybody want a dagger? Did anybody want one of the rabbit guns?
I don't know. If we think we're gonna need long range sniping, we could keep one just in case, maybe. I mean, I can use it, but I do have a revolver and, probably on the front line. Or we could sell it and maybe save it for something a little bit bigger later on.
Yeah, I think with the healing that we're probably going to need with the anticipated trip into the ruins.
Yeah, because a couple first aid kits would probably be a very good idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have you guys made a decision?
Those have all been. I've sold all of the stuff to Thor that nobody has taken.
Sweet.
Okay. So, and I was doing calculations. So, what's our final decision on equipment we're getting?
So
besides food and alcohol.
We have 4 people. 1, 2, 3. So we need probably a total of kind of almost 10, maybe 20 food points, just in case. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we could probably ask our patrons for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see a problem there. It won't be the highest quality of food, but at the same time, they basically give you a big slice of brody, like 2 loaves of bread.
And maybe
generosity is overwhelming.
Since they're a little bit cheaper now, 2 first aid kits, 2 extra first aid kits, just in case.
That's not a bad idea.
That's like 50 GB, right?
50 for 2 or
50 for 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and maybe some. I do have some bandages. I got like a couple bandages. So
I got a couple as well, but
okay.
No idea how to use them.
That's what the dog is for.
Yes.
that is definitely what the dog is for.
Yeah, I built Roland as the support character. That's why you guys are the heroes. He's just here to hang out with you guys. Well then,
So,
go on. Sorry.
Did we want to stop by the Mages Guild and pick up the Coswound scroll and maybe an extra sweet scroll?
Okay.
yes.
That'll be about $50 too, as well.
Okay.
And some healing scrolls as well for the rest of us who don't heal from corruptive energy.
That's true too.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. That sounds sensible.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Strange how that works.
All this organization is making me really uncomfortable, guys.
I know.
This is need to go.
It's almost over.
Okay. By the way, both. Sorry, I gotta pull your carriages up first. Both the Phelan and the Minotaur take classes here at the Arcane Hall, so this is not exactly a new place for you guys. In fact, one of the things noteworthy from your own experiences is the matron of Phosphine Mechanics. I believe her name was Professor Bigglesworth.
Yes.
And is known for having some sort of unusual phosphine device that she's experimenting with at the location here that's known for acting as a divining rod, among other things.
Oh. Well, that would be useful.
Wouldn't it?
Let's go to school!
Oh, nice.
Baldric. These places.
Baldric goes to school.
That sounds like a children's story. I don't know if I want to read it or not. Sorry,
It's not as exciting as you think it's going to be.
Sure it is. There'll be lots of people screaming.
There's always lots of people screaming wherever Baldric goes.
Can you guys still see me online?
I got that same message.
Oh, okay.
Servers
I'll
been
just make sure
interrupted.
it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I think I left half you guys behind. Let me just try to grab you.
Oh, that's why. We're still on the wrong map.
Yeah. I feel so lost.
I'm so sorry. There we are.
Still don't see you.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
There we go. Everybody should be there. Oh, wait. I got Rex twice.
You still didn't get me.
Oh, this is. Oh, this is no good.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry about that.
No, that was a little scary because it wasn't reloading very well at all.
Yeah. Okay, it wasn't just me.
No.
Back.
Because
So what-
nobody was there.
All right.
That's okay.
And for some darn reason, they want to keep going back to the magic bullet shop.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Are we on the right map?
Education, yes.
Yes.
Cool. Can I see you guys, or did I spot you somewhere?
Where did you put us?
I'm not seeing you at all.
Yeah, I don't know where we are.
I'm
I'm also
gonna.
not seeing myself. I'm invisible.
We're in the right place, but we are lost.
Sweet. Okay, I'll go back to the other map and copy and paste you guys over. One moment. Do, 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 do.
By the way, that is not a frat house.
And why isn't it a frat house?
Because it probably is.
Yeah. For tax purposes, you know that.
Oh, there we are.
Now, who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. No, I'm not. Yay, I'm not missing
Very
anybody.
And woohoo! Water.
And of course, Ronald chases him because he always does.
Yeah, actually, I'm not allowed. Boo!
Well, basically what happens is there's almost like a circumference. He goes running off. Ronald chases him for a bit. Then
demon
he
in
runs
his
the other
boy.
way. Baldric chases him for a bit. They do this all the freaking time. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you've got a headwind.
Okay. So now we are at the Arcane Hall. Now there's many options here in order to do so. You can go to the not a frat house. You can go to the experimental hall. You can go to the reception area on campus if you need to navigate it.
We should probably go to admissions and see where Mrs. Bigglesworth is.
Okay. Yes.
I am dubious about letting Baldric lead the charge here.
Okay.
How about,
What could go
how
wrong?
about the students? Yeah.
Well, no,
How
they're,
about the
prob-
students?
they're probably used to weird stuff, but you know, there might be buttons I might want to press inside.
Yes, big red buttons on.
You
Yes.
definitely should keep him away from the big red buttons.
I'm not disagreeing with this idea, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide.
Okay, well, so we're hoping. What are we hoping to get done here? I mean, investigating the divining device
Yeah, so
could be useful.
We also want to pick up some scrolls as well. Where would that be?
Scrolls.
You probably would have to go to the main reception area to
Okay.
pick him up there in
Well,
order to. She'll probably lead you to the right location.
Yeah, we'll
Sounds
go.
like-
We'll go to reception and investigate both of these things.
I'm imagining they probably sell them like brochures underneath the desk.
Yeah, you basically got a map of the friggin' area, you know. Although it does have a tendency to shift now and then because it is a magical place.
Of course. I'd be disappointed if it didn't.
Okay, there is a small female gnome who's acting as receptionist there. She's
Oh.
on one of those high hair, you know, those raised platforms. She looks like she's been working all day. She's not looking too terribly happy about the whole day. Let me grab the notes. You know her as Tasha Hill. She's a bit of a ball buster, but she usually has, you know, takes care of the students if they ask.
I say, who's that ravishing woman?
God almighty.
Go over there and flirt with her. We need stuff.
Oh, I do. I did. I'd totally go over there and flirt with her. Probably not to get anything.
No, no.
How often do I find someone near my height? Hello.
Oh, yes. So basically, you're trying to seduce Beth Midler over there. I understand.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Make a charisma check. What the hell? I need a laugh.
Okay, there.
That Hitler.
Well, dude, that's what female gnomes more often than not look like. Small, fat middlers.
10.
Mm-hmm.
I do not do well. That's average.
You know,
She looks at you. She's not going to throw you to the wolves, but she's not exactly. She rolls her eyes.
It happens.
What do you
Oh.
want?
It
Roll-
happens every.
Rolling eyes, not a good sign. I decide to cut to the chase. Well, with two things. We're looking for a Professor Bigglesworth, I think you said her name was?
I believe she's, sequestered the experimental room, the
Oh.
test building in the middle of the courtyard of the
Oh,
Arcane
yes.
Hall. She will be there for the next 2 hours. Do you have a hall pass?
I don't. My friends might, though. I look over at Taiwan and Beelzebul.
What the hell? Roll a d6. Let's make it funny.
Do I look like somebody who has a hall pass?
Oh, hell no.
I have a hall pass.
I'm rolling a d6, you said?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we have a 4 up from Brad.
yes.
Oh, and I'm a 4 as well.
Surprisingly,
It's fate.
It's either very good or very bad.
fortunately, both of you guys seem to have hall passes,
Yay.
for what it's worth. You thought you didn't have any, but apparently somebody snuck it in your back pocket.
I have one from a few days ago. Will this do?
It works for me.
You've been using it as a guitar pick this whole time. Oh, hey! That's
So
what that is.
this will work for all of us, right? I mean, that'd be really nice. I'll bet my eyes.
I want one of my own.
Oh, poor Baldric is getting sad. Fine. She pulls out a stationery. She signs her name. She gives it to him.
Woohoo!
I promise we'll watch over him and
You will
make sure he's
wear it
comfortable.
everywhere now.
Yes, and Ronald, of course, is trying to keep poor Baldric from wandering into random locations and scaring students.
Oh, and we were also wondering if we could purchase some scrolls here.
Well, oddly enough, yes, I think I got something back here. What do you need?
You need to talk to that gentleman with the wings over there. He's much more the expert on this than I am.
Well, there's a couple that we need. Let me see. We do need one of what is it? Cause light wounds.
Cause light wounds.
Oh, yes, for the Burkel. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And maybe 2 of cure light wounds and 1 of sleep.
Okay, that should not
You
be a
got that?
problem here.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to get him down bedtime.
Oh.
And I mean, I should let you know that the reason we need these is that we are applying the skills that we have that have come so hard researching here to the field. We're going to these terrible, scary ruins, and we'd avoid them entirely normally. But there's well, I can't give all the details, but there's a young woman we believe is trapped there, and we need to rescue her.
Right.
she needs to know any of that?
Yeah,
So my point in bringing all this up is that
Will you go to bed with me?
our funds are
Oh!
that while our cause is noble, our funds are limited. I was wondering if perhaps we could work something out.
Okay, make a diplomacy check on that.
All right.
And what I would recommend is Beelzebul might want to start playing the theme, the school song on her
I will,
guitar.
yes. I will play it with passion and feeling and sincerity.
Okay, John, we are leaving it up to you
Oof.
because
You might
Yeah,
want to roll a
play that
certain
song.
skill check.
hang on. Chris, we can put this into canon because it's a greght thing that we love doing with our system. We don't mind changing stuff. If you
Okay.
come up with an awesome name for their freaking mage fight song, we will put it into the book.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And not only that, you'll get a cookie.
Okay, so I'm rolling a performance check or something, or am I just playing?
Your performance is fine. Yes, go.
Yeah,
Okay.
performance is fine. You're basically trying to save the poor Phelan who kind of failed on his.
Yeah, small chance of that. Well, this is the next day, but I guess I would have had to declare starting the ballad prior.
Yeah, I would save it. I would
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Okay, so basically her eyes roll and she basically drops it off there and says, "Have a nice day."
Yeah, I'm not.
Basically,
I'm not
pats the
saving
poor
anybody.
Phelan on the head because she's like 30 years older than basically she finds you cute and amusing, but it's like being asked out by a teenager.
What do you mean you named the fight song "Go Pointy Hats"? What are you doing?
The points of rage. Okay, mark on your scrolls on your equipment listings here for obvious reasons.
Okay, so despite that abysmal failure, will she sell them at like the normal price, or she's gonna?
They're standard cost. She's not going to be particularly mean. She
Okay.
just finds you terribly amusing as you basically stuttered your
Humiliate
way to
ourselves.
being moderately charming, but not enough to actually cause a discount.
Okay.
She does know who you are now, though.
Don't feel bad, old boy. She's a bit of a sticky wicket, what?
Excuse me? Okay.
I should have waited till I
We're
was
trying
out of
to
here
talk
to
our way
say
into an
that.
increased price.
Sorry.
Was that out loud?
I
I play
meant
a
to say
little
that.
louder.
I thought we'd already bought the scrolls. I meant to say that a little bit later as a bit of consoling him.
No, it's a good thing she has no idea what a sticky wicket actually is.
Indeed.
Okay.
Rex
Well,
isn't
but it
sure he knows
sounds-
what it is.
Sounds way dirtier than it actually is.
I
So, yeah, you just said something really filthy about her. I mean, when mine would get sticky, watch out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We
Okay,
need.
then.
Oh.
Sorry, go on. Jay, you were saying?
No. I was gonna make. We need a Urban Dictionary for D-Rev. I suddenly realized I don't want to do one. It's okay.
We'll save it for the vlog.
So we're picking up 2 cause, 2 cure, and 1 sleep.
As far as I know, that's correct.
And what's the cost on those?
That was 25 each.
Okay.
So, yeah, 125.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we equalized the cost of the regular healing stuff and the scrolls, it's actually a lot easier to calculate. So
Yay.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay, so.
Okay. So where are you guys going now?
I believe to investigate what Professor Muggle, what's her name?
Bigglesworth.
Bigglesworth. Call her
Okay.
Mugglesworth.
Okay, she is when you enter the thing, there's basically some sort of crazy machine because it's Fossey Mechanics.
Well, yes, we are in
In the
this
room.
center now. We
She
are-
is a older matronly woman who has a rather derogatory nickname, which you probably shouldn't say in public. Hey, I'm keeping that, man. You guys invented that.
And so we're not going to.
Okay, I'll let you guys say it when you're outside of earshot later. But basically,
Yes,
you
don't
guys-
say it when they're in earshot. That's bad.
Lesson learned.
Yes.
the young. Okay. It's basically a catastrophic device. Professor Bigglesworth basically tells you guys that you can use this to help pinpoint where somebody's located in the rooms. It's still fairly experimental, but you guys might have the right skills for it, seeing as you actually have a reasonably high GPA, Balzable, seeing as he is experienced in there. Yeah, surprisingly, even though you're a slacker, you're actually really good at your work.
Well,
like,
I'm pretty
man.
smart, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, your intelligence actually is super high, so it's okay.
exactly. You're the type of guy that writes your essay the night before and it somehow manages to
And
work.
still, gets the highest
Yeah.
grade.
But if you just applied yourself,
If I just applied Oh.
Okay, it will require a use magic device to operate the machine. Exactly.
Can I
Give
blow
it
up
to
the
me.
machine? Oh, actually, I have tinkering. Does that help?
No touchy.
I will leave it up to you guys whether you want to touch the machine or not.
I think we give it to Minotaur Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
I covet it.
I can't just have a look. I promise not to touch anything.
You can look.
Mm,
Okay.
so is the test building anything like a China shop?
Nice.
That
I'm
was
guessing
earlier.
it's probably the opposite of a China shop.
Again. The one thing you know for sure is basically you can imagine it's got a big red button that says start.
So if I
There's
wanted
also-
to use this to find somebody, Professor, walk me through it.
Well, you turn these dials here in order to identify which location you think they are roughly. You put in a piece of paper with their name on it into this slot here. You wind it up a little bit here, and you press the red and green buttons in order. And then you press the big red button, and we see what sort of comes out. Now, be
Okay.
careful now. It has a tendency to explode.
Oh, cool explosions. What kind of range does it have?
It should cover the local area of New Beckford and the adjoining rooms.
Okay, so I could use it from here?
You should be able to, yes.
Excellent. Oh,
In fact, it's not allowed to leave campus.
Oh,
That's a good thing. Good thing we asked before we took it out of the building.
Suddenly you're being chased by the campus police for the next 3 episodes.
Okay, well, I will fire it up and write down Princess's. What's the last name?
I guess it would be Princess. Here, let me get the last name.
Yeah, I'll double check her like full actual name so that I don't. get
Princess Rupertson.
Princess Rupertson. So I will write that down and feed it into the machine and follow the instructions.
Okay, make your use magic
Use
check,
magic
and this will help, or it might not. It's hard to say.
Or it might not.
And that's int-based, right? So
Actually, is use magical device. I think it's charisma, isn't it, Chris?
It is charisma based, I'm afraid to say.
it is charisma based. Oh,
Because you gotta will the machine to you. It's not a matter of intelligence; it's a matter of willing it.
Well,
Okay.
again, fetish
Well-
magic is basically the idea that magical items like you.
interesting. Okay, well,
But you still add your rank and your skill modifier.
yeah.
So it's a +4. It's not like you're doing a horrible bomb.
All right.
We are also level 1. We can't expect like plus 10s.
Oh,
Oh no! Critical failure.
Oh, no!
Well, part of the machine seems to be like a magic 8-ball. It says come back later.
it does not actually explode.
No, he did-
Hooray.
Well,
Oh, wait. You rolled a 1, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Critical
did.
failure, Chris.
Okay, roll 1d4.
All right.
Faustian mechanical malfunction roll.
2.
Ooh.
Okay, you got 2 rounds before it goes boom.
I rush to the
Everybody
window.
dive for cover.
Time to
I rush
run.
to the window and throw it outside, and then duck.
6 seconds. Well,
Okay.
oof.
Well, fortunately, this place is designed with blast shields because it is the testing building. So I'm going to assume you guys managed to get past there. It's going to take at least 4 days before it gets built back.
Oh.
And Professor Bigglesworth is giving you a frowny face.
I don't know what wrong I do. I did exactly what you told me.
You did them not in order. It's red, then green, not green, then red.
Oh, but like green means go. I misunderstood. My bad. My bad.
Well, it's not going to affect your thing in the long run of things. So you
See,
guys
yeah,
leave
will this affect my
sheepishly.
grade?
It doesn't affect me.
It's a good thing it is. What is it? Extracurricular activity. You're lucky.
Yeah.
It's non-credited. Hooray!
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I'd ask if we could do this on a pass-fail basis, but
Except that, yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
I
Are
do
you-
stare sadly at the smoking remnants of the machine. Like,
you play a dirge.
yes, and play a dirge as I stand over it.
Do we need to go have a small little burial for it out in the courtyard?
I'm playing the
Don't
funeral
touch it!
march, but like quarter
touch it.
speed on the bass.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So basically, the local custodian picks up all the pieces. They bring them back in there, and Professor Biggles says, "We'll be busy for the rest of the day." Scoots you guys out. So you're outside the test building now. Although you see the big indentation where the thing went off.
Damn.
You know.
Hell of an explosion, though. Good job with that.
Yeah, the explosion was good, wasn't it? Huh. I'll have to remember that for like pyrotechnics.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well then.
Ah.
Unfortunately, you will not get the bonus because you kind of blew up the machine.
Blew up
But
the
you at least have a rough idea because you do have a map. You can go down there. It's about 4 o'clock since you guys have been mucking around with all sorts of crazy stuff this week. On day 2, are you guys going anywhere special or doing anything interesting?
Well,
Oh, I think my day's been interesting enough.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Baldric is getting a little worried about Princess, but
Yeah, the landscape.
well,
the
you
question
know,
becomes from a Chris point of view, where would be a good place to kind of suspend it for the night, or should we go to the ruins, or does anybody else anything else they would like to do in town?
I don't have anything I want to do in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long will it
I'm
take?
done for
It'll take us like 2 days to get there.
Well, no, it's like the jump gate. The gates are
Literally
on the side
within
of town.
walking distance. Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get there within like 20 minutes. Like
Okay.
it's a controlled dungeon for all intents and purposes.
The ruins are conveniently located, aren't they?
Who knew?
Yeah, the whole town is built on the idea that people go in and farm it. So
Okay, fair enough.
Nice.
Hey, look, Coca-Cola cans, ancient artifacts.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's totally
like-
true.
So,
Well,
Shall we
okay.
test
So
things
we
out?
all have like either low light or full on dark vision, right?
that is absolutely correct.
Indeed.
Let's just go now.
Okay.
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 the only thing we're waiting for is the intel on the guys that the police took in, which would kind of help narrow down the search a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How long do we have to wait for that?
That'll be ready by day 3, the morning,
Oh,
because they've had a full
so
day
tomorrow
here.
morning.
tomorrow morning.
Totally up to you. If you guys want to
Hey.
go ahead of time, you
Well,
can.
given how
We-
quick it is to get there, we could go reconnoiter the outside and then come back. But it might be better to just wait until we have full knowledge from.
Or we could go back to the tap house tonight.
Oh, that's yes.
Sure.
I think there is still important information to be uncovered there. Perhaps.
Okay.
Can't argue with that.
Sure, let's go get drunk before we go to a dungeon. That's a good
Uh,
idea.
Get
No
drunk
better-
and get laid.
Yes. No better time.
Yes. I'm not even going to switch the map. You know what's going to happen.
Uh, yeah, I do think this is probably a good place to wrap up, though, for now.
I am
Yeah,
not complaining. Okay, that works fine. We'll do, if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to do this next week, and we'll do the actual exploration in the dungeon.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay,
Perfect.
right on.
I rolled a 15 on karaoke, by the way.
Oh, good lord. Well, because a surprisingly feminine singing voice.
All right. Well, I have to. Once he starts doing karaoke, I have to do it too.
No.
Oh, yeah. Damn straight. You're the one that actually has skills. Okay.
Here it is with charisma bonus.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
damn.
So that's if you don't have the skills, just a charisma check.
Yeah, this charisma check.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
the foulness clogs my ears.
Okay.
Suddenly, the skies are out. Anyway.
You never knew how fast a crook could be used until then.
It's like
And
it's like an English dub to a 1980s anime.
I'm impressed they managed to try to find a way to use dubstep during classical music.
Oy.
Okay, so
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. Besides, I have to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
you do
Any feedback, any suggestions, questions, accusations, that sort of thing?
let me know how the manual doc goes for you, John.
Oh yeah.
You'll just have to enter everything manually. I tried to put as much as I could find from your character sheet on there.
Yeah. It's I opened it up just fine. It seems to
Okay.
all be functional, and I just have to go through and do it by hand.
Okay. I'll leave that up there, and I'll put on open office and let everybody know about it too, because yeah, definitely
Okay.
trying to do 10 ways to Sunday as much as we can for sure.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I will, if I have any feedback on the sheet, I will let you know next
Absolutely.
session.
Right on, gentlemen.
Okay.
Well,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. That was a blast. I'm looking forward to the next session with the in the ruins.
Yeah,
Okay,
again.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Finally get into the dungeon.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Well,
guys.
I mean, we were the ones who were enjoying, just
Yeah,
running around
absolutely.
and-
No, that's half the point, man.
Once again, part of the fun of D-Rev is you can do things in this world that you can't normally do in this, in standard fantasy/modern gaming.
Right.
Although
And-
we did go to the bar and request.
Okay, some stereotypes die hard.
Yes. Although technically we were never actually in the bar.
Well, later on in the evening.
Yeah.
Good point. We did it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. Good
Yes.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Good
Let me know when it's up, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Right on. Have a good
Have a
day.
good one.
Talk to you later, guys.
Signing off. Bye-bye.
Night.